Bonjour, hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Cyril. I have been a stem cell researcher for quite some time, and this is why I can tell you about the science that is behind skincare ingredients. And for today's video, I want to do a video completely dedicated for the eye area, and I'm going to show you my top sunscreen for the eye. So I have a couple to show you. In reality, I would say that I have 3 sunscreen, even though it is technically 5 sunscreen, but you will see that some of them are extremely similar in the sense that they, the overall formula, but also the filters are basically the same. This is why they fall into the same category. And I'm first going to start that is less sunscreen-like, that will definitely please people who are really against sunscreen or may have like some really specific sensitivity, and therefore you will want a minimum amount of sunscreen, I should say a minimum variety of sunscreen, but the downside of course is that the protection is not optimal. Also, something that I still want to remind you is that I only recommend SPF 50+. If you are not new to my channel, you will already know that. The reason is because between an SPF of 50+ and an SPF of 30, there is a big difference between the two, and the main difference is the UV transmittance to the skin, aka the UV that is going to grill your skin cell, and the less the better. And with an SPF 50+, you have twice as less as UV that goes down into your skin. So this is in reality a huge difference. Despite the common myth that both of them are very similar, they are very similar just in terms of sunburn. But remember that a sunburn is an acute response for the skin, but it doesn't recapitulate all the bad effects of UV, such as antioxidant reaction and so on and so on. Anyway, so just use an SPF of 50+. So the first two are extremely similar. I've already done a skincare battle between them. It is one from the current brand Dear Class. This is the Soft Airy UV Essence. It is one of my very first video on this channel. And the other one is also extremely similar. This is the one from Purito. This is the Santella Green Level Unscented Sun. And like I said, they are SPF 50+, and the UV protection is indicated using the Japanese system, so the PI rating, and you always want to have 4 pluses, don't go below, and 4 pluses indicate that those two have a minimum of PPD value of 20. So like I said, both of them are extremely similar. The difference in terms of texture is that this texture is even better than this one. This one is a little bit more creamier, I would say, and this one really turns into this beautiful and lightweight essence. I do invite you to watch my skincare battle. And obviously they are also perfectly suitable for the eye area. They are, the list of ingredients is super simple. It is also fragrance-free, even though the Claire's does contain a little bit of essential oils from mandarin, if I'm not mistaken, but you barely smell it. So I would guess that the concentration is so low and doesn't linger onto the skin. Obviously, if you have sensitive skin or you are just worried, choose the insecticide version from Purito for sure. But those two are excellent. They are also excellent on a day-to-day basis. When you know that you will not be exposed to a lot of sun, when you are mainly indoors, those two are definitely perfect for this. And I have a slight preferences from the one from Claire's because the texture is so excellent. Also, they works perfectly on the makeup, especially if you wear concealers like I do. Those two are also perfect. So the two filters in those one are UV T150 that provide the UVB protection and a little bit of UVA type 2 protection, and UV L+ that provide the protection mainly against UVA type 1 and a little bit of UVA type 2. And the downside of this combination is the UVA type 2 that is likely not optimal. So now I'm going to present you 2 other sunscreen. Those one are Japanese. They are also extremely excellent. They have a very high protection, a PA rating of 4 pluses. They are the one from Skin Aqua. So this is the UV Super Moisture Milk. And I want to present you the original version and the one with the pink pigment that is suitable for those of you who have fair skin tone, or you just want to brighten your skin tone. This one, what I really love about it is that because it has those pink pigment, it really refines the texture of the skin and gives like this very light and subtle rosy glow to the skin. Definitely on my skin tone, it is very beautiful. If you have darker skin tone, this one will not be suitable for you, and this one will have a very light white cast. The original version, this one does have a little bit of white cast, but it is barely there. There, and also both of them are perfect under makeup. So if you don't want to have the white cast, but you know that you enjoy to wear your makeup, but you still want to have a super protection, what I invite you to do is to take the sunscreen with you and then swatch your foundation on top of the sunscreen to have a shade that is slightly darker to really correct the white cast from the sunscreen. So the filters of those two are almost the same. So first of all, it is zinc oxide. Zinc oxide is a mineral filters that filter UVB, UVA type 2, and also UVA type 1. I just remind you that even though this mineral filter is extremely good, the main problem with it is that when it is solely used into a sunscreen, like a mineral sunscreen, it doesn't provide a super high UVA protection if you compare it to organic filters. Then you have octinoxate. Octinoxate is mainly a UVB absorbent. Uvinol A+, which is an excellent UVA type 1 filters. So hence you have redundancy because you already have the zinc. And the pink version has in addition the titanium dioxide that is a UVB and a UVA type 2 filters. Overall, both texture are extremely similar. They are milk sunscreen. They are very, very lightweight. They have a high content of volatile silicone in the form of cyclopentoxyloxane. Therefore, when you're going to apply them, they will be a little bit shiny, but if you wait for 15 minutes, those volatile silicone will evaporate, and they also have a skin perfecting effect on the skin. And after 15 minutes, you can definitely apply makeup. If you do want to apply makeup on top, you need to dab them on, and obviously because this is the purpose of this video, they are perfectly suitable for the eye area, and the reason is because the octinoxate especially is encapsulated and therefore it does not sting the eyes. The last one that I want to show you is a French one, and I have to say that it is currently my favorite sunscreen for my eye area, and the reason is because with this one you have basically no compromise to make. First of all, it is very moisturizing, but not to the point that the skin is has an oily feel that you don't want to have. It is the protection, the filters in this one is simply out of this world. So first of all, you have Uvinol A+, which is a UVA type 1 filters and a little bit of UVA type 2. You have a new generation filters that appear on the market quite recently, which is Isco-trizinol, which is a UVB and a UVA type 2 filters, and this one is the most photostable filter that we currently have. So this one for sure will not degrade upon UV exposure. You have the iconic Tinosorb S, which is a UVB, a UVA type 2, and also a UVA type 1 filters. And the last one is Uvinol T150. So what I love about this combination of filters is that, first of all, it avoids any filters where they have some report that they can be allergenic to the skin. So I'm thinking about octocrylene, for example, or also octinoxate. And also in general, what is very interesting with this combination of filters is that what could happen with organic based sunscreen, so that contain organic filters, is that they can react to your skin and from time to time trigger acne. This is really dependent on your skin type. On my skin type, from time to time, this is something that happens. Then, now that I'm older, I experience less problem with it, but it is still a concern. And what I love about this one is because the combination of filters is so unique, and this is not something that you often find in the market. Therefore, if you have a normally problem with your organic filters, you won't have them with this one. Also, a feature that I love about it is that because it is very emollient, it really soothes the under eye. And now that if you live in the North Hemisphere, now that we are transitioning in the cool month of the year, this one is simply perfect for the under eye. And what I love about it is that it is the perfect friend for my concealer. And the concealer that I use is the one from Jeffree Star. This is the Magic Concealer in C5. I also have the C3 color. And I have to say that both of them just works perfectly, and I also don't powder my under eyes because I don't want to dry out my skin over there. But overall, this is definitely my favorite one. You can obviously also use it all over your face, but bear in mind that this one is more moisturizing than the other one. So what you can do is to use two different types of sunscreen for your face. You may have already your favorite sunscreen for the face, but the problem is that it stings your eyes area. And in that case, I do encourage you to simply use another one just dedicated for your eyes area. So a good example would be to use the Bioderma Cicabio SPF 50+ all over the eyes. This one does contain octinoxide. This is likely not encapsulated and it stings the eyes like crazy, so don't apply it on your eye area, but instead use the French one, the SVR1, or one from the Skin Aqua, and etc. So comment down below and tell me what you thought about this video. I'm always happy to answer you. If you like this video, please thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to ring the bell to not miss any of my new videos. You can also follow me on Instagram. I am Cyril Laurent. I have a lot of content here, which is a content that is a bit different from the one that I have on YouTube. I thank you so much for watching me, and I will see you next time. Au revoir, bye bye.